Starting lineups tonight will start for Racing Louisville and head coach Bev Yanez, a 4-3-3.
And Marta will be so important how she plays that 9 role, because she'll drop in at times and it will look like a 2-front with Banda. You know me, I always have my dancing shoes on, Josh.
Well, there is the whistle, and we are underway tonight. It's the Orlando Pride and Racing Louisville. McCutcheon latches on, driving right at Ellie Jean. McCutcheon comes in field, trying to lay it off for Marta. There was some contact coming from behind. It's still available now. Angelina goes low, and Jordan Bloomer, straightforward first save of the game. Ooh. Again, trying to play in behind and use the pace of Barbara Banda to track this one down all the way to the end line. Banda driving infield, looking to pass, shot blocked, still alive. McCutcheon off the post. Bloomer got fingertips to it. This last sequence.
And this is why Seb Hines likes Banda on the left, is you can get her going 1v1 against a defender. And look at that little touch by Bloomer. She is so locked in right here. She dives at the right moment, pushes it off her post.
See how long these teams can keep the pace up. Mace got the block on the cross. Angelina with the clearance. Fisher plays it all the way across for Malay. Lauren Malay stepping into it! Lauren Malay goes top bins and Louisville leads!
Bev Yanez talking about different rotations and players occupying different spaces, and here Malay tucks inside into that half space and just drives at the back line. And it was right here you could tell nobody's stepping, and she just has nothing but eyes for that top corner, far post. Absolute perfection from Lauren Malay. That's what you dream about, Josh. Wow.
Banda working in fields. Banda again, still. Banda lays it off. Lemos. Lemos saved! Bloomer up to it again.
Job of just denying any momentum from Banda, but it's this shot that goes underneath the jumping leg of O'Kane. That's hard to see until the last moment. It's actually dipping back towards the near post. But that is a momentary decision that you have to make quick, and Bloomer makes it spot on. Here we go again.
On the move. Here goes Louisville. Haas turning the corner, and Morehouse saves it this time. Stoppage in play. Player down for Orlando.
Keep building that up, but also if she has a left foot, I think she's a shoo-in for getting on the team.
And Banda in the side netting. Well, there was a left foot.
Right. Yeah, good angle of this from Barbara Banda, trying to sneak it in near post. It looked like Bloomer had it covered.
Towards the top of the area, just behind McCutcheon. Washington picks it up. Soleil Washington, fingertips to it, and then held on to by Bloomer.
You can utilize her in really any position across the front line because she is so two-footed.
Banda tracking this down. Barbara Banda lays it off. The shot is just over the bar. McCutcheon had the opportunity.
Space for Banda to find. Look at Washington centrally. Then Banda can get into the space in behind and just challenge the back line of Louisville. And this for Haley McCutcheon, you would think.
Quick passing now infield. Dyke. Lemos. Lemos lets it go. Parried through the middle. Sears, O'Kane. O'Kane drives it infield. Mace. Cleared as far as Peterson.
Not one player.
Peterson puts it on the header down and saved! Morehouse keeps it out!
Peterson plays this ball on a dime centrally. Good header, and then
Morehouse seeing what Bloomer's doing on the other end and says, hey, I can do that too. Over the top, Barbara Banda. Banda tracks it down. Barbara Banda! time for Barbara Banda. Late on in the first half, 1-1.
Because so many players were back for Orlando, it allowed this 2v1 situation. And Barbara Banda doesn't care who's back, doesn't care if she has even a step on Ellie Jean. She knows that she has to shoot this early where there's still space to squeak it underneath the arm of Bloomer. And this is where Banda is elite. In transition, in behind, and she is.
Header just at the top of the area. Still available for O'Kane. On the turn, chance here and put wide. And that brings just a tremendous first half. On this Friday evening, an earlier kick time here in Louisville. 45 more minutes from Lynn Family Stadium between Racing Louisville and the Orlando Pride. Corner kick, back post, crashing in, it's in! It's Sarah Weber to get on the end of it, and Louisville lead again.
King box. The ball in from O'Kane is brilliant. In-swinger, back post. And I don't know, even with that angle, how in the heck she gets it on frame here. But Weber does such a good job right at the face of Anna Morehouse. Nothing Morehouse can do about this because it's too quick of a reaction. She ends up punching it straight into her net. I love that she gets the goal with her head because her coach Bev Yanez was talking to us about how she really is a traditional 9. Can hold the ball up, can stretch the back line, good with both feet, good in post-up play. But her ability aerially is something that goes underrated, and she just proved it there.
Sears driving it in, Malay, touchdown! Lauren Malay has her first ever brace in the NWSL.
The attack. And as this ball transitions and turns over, look at all of the players. This is Lauren Malay, a right-sided outside back, all the way into the center part of the field to fill the gap, to fill the space, knowing that Emma Sears is going to beat her defender, the ball is going to come to her, and she will put it away. She scored one of the hardest goals we will see in the first half, in this one. To just tap it in far post. The footwork had to be right, but my goodness, all the hard work. There's just so many runners too and options in the box, and that's one of the things when you have a player like Emma Sears, you know she's gonna get there and get the cross off. Now, what does it look like for the players beyond her?
Washington cuts it in. Soleil Washington over the bar. Peterson, this time lofts it up, hanging up in the breeze. It's met by Morris.
I've been working on in the last 2 weeks is up a goal, down a goal scenarios in the last 10 minutes.
And to the top of the area, the shot is taken in by Bloomer.
Of unpredictability, but this is where Orlando has found goals this season.
Put into the box. Banda on the turn, it's wide. Deflection on it.
Little bit of space. Banda on the half turn, doesn't need much. Powers a shot.
Angelina, the Orlando corner. Floated up. Headed towards goal. Flicked along, it's in! Orlando pull one back. There is still time in Louisville.
Angelina plays in a really nice ball, and because it's so wet, the ball just pops around, and Banda gets a toe. They hold on to this lead. This has been difficult for them over the last year, and now they're chasing again.
Raffaelli, center back playing all the way up there. It's Yates, and it's saved. Remember, Yates scored a big equalizer here a couple of years ago. Nodded over the goal and out. And it's full time. Louisville holds on for win number 1 of 2026.